Hey guys, it is Jennifer from LuLaRoe by Jennifer and Ellen, and I am back to show you a really awesome styling trick for the Carly. So I am going to show you today how to tie a bow on the back of your dress. This is a really great technique for you to use if you have a Carly that's a little bit too big, if you want to bring in some of the swing a little bit, and even shorten the length of the back of the dress. So this is what the end product is going to look like. I'm going to bring them in so you can take a better look at what I did. So this is the first bow. It's just a regular bow. And then I'm also going to show you how to do the bow with a button in the middle. So basically the same technique, it's really just the finishing at the end that is a little bit different. So I'm going to show you both techniques, and that way you guys can choose to do it however you would like. So the first thing that you're going to need is going to be a Carly. So I'm going to lose my Sarah, my Joy, and I'm going to go grab my Carly. So give me 1 sec. And when you're doing this, the reason that I tell you this is a great technique for if you've purchased a Carly that's a little bit too big is because in order to make these bows, you have to pull the fabric from somewhere. You're going to pull some of it from the length, so that's why the back comes up, and you're also going to bring some in from the side. If you bring too much in from the side, it's going to take your Carly into the look of a pencil dress, which is totally fine if that's the look you're going for. But I know some of you want to keep the easy breezy flow of the Carly while being able to do that bow. So if that's the look you're going for, you're definitely going to want to size up at least 1, if not 2 sizes. And this is a trick that you could totally size all the way up. The other day, like I did it with these. I believe these are extra larges. And I put this on and it fit me perfectly in here and had perfect flow. The sleeves were a little big, but there's really cool. You can knot them, you can spin it and tuck it under. Different things that you can do to tighten the sleeves up. But when you tie that bow, it's really going to take that volume in. So don't be afraid to really go up. For this video, I am using a size small. I normally wear the extra, extra small, but we actually didn't have any solids, and I felt like this was the type of technique that works best on solids because you can see it the best. So for this particular video, I am going to use a size small, and when you're doing this, you're going to want to put your Carly on backwards. And the reason you're going to want to put it on backwards is because you need to be able to see what you're doing, and it's way easier to have it in the front of you than in the back. Okay, so put your Carly on, and you're going to need a bunch of the little rubber bands. I am going to come closer so that you guys can see what I am doing. So you're going to need a bunch of these little rubber bands. I recommend for this particular look the clear ones. I did not have any clear ones left, which is why I am using black. So you'll need a few of those, and I will tell you the dresses that have, not all Carlys have seam down the front, but as a beginner, I will tell you that having that line down the front is really going to make this so much easier for you because it's going to allow you to center it and not worry about having the bow off to the side. Using this line, you can get it dead center. So I personally like the bow right where my waist is the skinniest because I want to bring the fabric in where my waist is the smallest to give you that nice hourglass effect. So the first thing that you're going to do, you're going to need 2 little rubber bands, and this is like such an easy part. All you're going to do is take your Carly and you're going to grab your fabric. Doesn't matter where you're grabbing it, you just want to grab. And the reason I'm doing both at the same time is because I want to make sure that that I'm pulling evenly, that this side isn't pulled so much that I don't have fabric on this side. You want to make sure that whatever you're grabbing on one side, you're grabbing on the other. So you want to grab it and you want to pull in your fabric so that it is cinching it right here at your smallest point. And then all you're going to do, doesn't matter where you put them, just put a rubber band just so that it holds that fabric for you and it's not sliding. So now that I have my little tuft of fabric here, what I want to do is I want to get it as close to this center line as I possibly can. So you're just going to kind of inch it over slowly until you can get it as close to that center line as humanly possible. The other thing, I'm going to step back for a second so you can see. you can see this side of my fabric now that I've pulled up is longer than this side because I haven't pulled up my volume yet. But when I moved it over, I was actually pulling from down here. So do you see how it's pulling my fabric up? That's how you're going to get that length to come up, and it's also going to give you the extra fabric here that you need to make that little tuft for your bow. So once you get all your fabric in, all you're going to do is put your rubber band on. So that is your first step. And if you find when you do this that your little your pony band, your little, I'm going to call it my little pony, is not right next to that center line, just take it off and keep moving it over until you can get it right next to that center line, okay? The next step is you're going to take this one off because we're going to do the exact same thing that we just did, and we are going to move it closer to the center line. So I'm going to do the exact same thing I just did, and do you see how I'm pulling the fabric? And when I pull that fabric, I'm going to step back so that I can see because I don't have a mirror. Now you can see that I have now pulled the length up of my Carly, and it's no longer a high-low. So now I just need to get it. You want to make sure that they are even so that you don't have one up here and one down here. You want them to be right next to each other. So that looks about perfect. So I'm going to take my rubber band, and I am going to put that rubber band on. So that is your first step, and you're going to have two little tufts right here. That is your first step. That is the hardest step. If you can master that, you are golden, okay? So now you're going to need, all right, we're going to start with this side. So I'm going to keep pulling my tuft until kind of all the fabric, so it kind of gets fat to skinny. Just pull it out, and then you're going to take your, I'm going to show you the bow without the tuft first. And then once I show you that one, I will undo it and show you how to do it with the center button. So this is going to be without the button. You're going to take your fabric. All you're going to do is fold it over. Okay, so all I'm doing is just folding it in half. And I'm taking one tiny piece of my rubber band and I'm tucking that end, just the end, into the rubber band. Totally up to you if you want to tuck it into two pieces of the rubber band or just one. I just do one, but if you would feel more secure doing two, do two. So it's almost like you're creating a little like a little knot, like you're doing a bun in your hair. And then you're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So you're going to pull it so that it kind of like comes out to a point because you want it to be long and skinny. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to fold it over, grab one piece of my rubber band and tuck that end in. And it's just the end. Do you see how much fabric? It's really not much. It's just a tiny bit of fabric. You just want to get it in there so that it holds. So you're not looking to put a ton in because you want most of your volume to stay in that tuft, okay? So once you have that, you're going to have like two little knots. And then all you're going to do is go from the top and the bottom and pull out and just create that really, really cute bow effect. And this is going to take a little bit of playing. You want it to get it, you know, to nice little bow shape. So you're definitely going to want to fiddle around with it and get it to lay cute. And there you go. And now you can see you have your little bow and it's cinched in here, has gorgeous pleating down the front, and that is how you do the bow. So it's one of those things I'm going to tell you. If you're getting ready to walk out the door, you have 10 minutes, don't start doing the bow. Practice this one. It is, once you figure out how to do it, it's super easy, but it is going to take you a few times to figure out how to center them, to get the little ponytails as close to the center. So you're watching your favorite show, sit and practice, because the more you do it, the easier it's going to get. So now I'm going to show you how to do it with the little tuft in the center. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my little ponytail. So I'm that stage before where I had my ponytails in. Now you're going to do the exact same thing you just did, but instead of pulling your fabric this way, you are going to go in the inside. So it's the exact same thing, but we are going onto the inside. So I just need to grab one of my rubber bands. If I could, there we go. So I'm going to do the exact same thing. Put that little tuft. See, there's my little tuft. And I'm going to pull, get it even, and now I'm going to take my end and put it on the inside this way. Okay, so I did the exact same thing I just did, but now I have those two little pieces of fabric right here. So now you're going to need your third rubber band, And all you're going to do is take those 2 pieces of fabric, grab them together, take that rubber band, and wrap it. Usually 3 times, depending on your rubber bands, usually 3 times around should be fine. And then you're going to do the same thing that you just did on the other, and take from the top and the bottom, fan it out to create that really awesome bow effect. And now you have the little button in the middle, and you have your bow on the outside. And I will tell you, for those of you, when you are trying to do this, if you are struggling to get your 2 ponytails super close together and you have that really big gap, the way to solve that problem is to do the button. Because when you put that button in there, it's going to fill in that gap, so that you don't see that there's a space between your bows. So it's one of those things you can decide once you've got your ponytails in. If you have them crazy close together, go ahead and swoop those bows out. But if you you've been fiddling with it forever and you can't get it super close, don't fret. Just flip them on the inside and create the button, and it will solve that problem for you. So this is how you do the bow on the back of your Carly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions at all, please let me, and then obviously you're going to take it off and you're going to put it on the right way. Though this is super cute. And you could totally, if you wanted to, do your Carly, wear it the other way, and do the bow on the front, and it would actually be super cute because you'd still have your long in the back and it would pull the front up, so it would be super cute to have with leggings, because you'd have like a crazy high-low. So definitely an awesome technique to try as well. So again, if you guys have any questions, you need some extra, want me to show you a little bit slower how to do it, please let me know. I am here to help. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and stay tuned for the next styling video from LuLaRoe by Jennifer and Ellen. Have a good one, guys.